Everybody, it is Saturday late morning here. I am at my place before I head out to Pottoberfest at Union Printers Home. I'll be out there with Abby, and we'll be emceeing today, and we are sure honored to do that, no doubt about that. We love doing that and supporting the Humane Society of the Pikes Peak region. But I wanted to pop in here and give you a quick update on our weather for the next several hours. You can see partly cloudy conditions, Woodland Park, Denver, Monument. There are some cumulus clouds building as I record this up against the Front Range here. But notice Penrose, the clouds are a little bit thicker. And I want to take you to Weston here, where we are scanning the skies to the west. Weston's west of Trinidad here, and there are some thunderstorms that are over the Sangre de Cristos as we move through the late part of the morning. In fact, on visible satellite, you can see that those have moved across the San Luis Valley and are crossing the Sangres right now. They are out ahead of this area of low pressure that we've been watching for the last few days. I'll widen the view here, and you can see it off to the west. It's kind of moving across Utah right now, heading into western Colorado. There are some thunderstorms associated with that. And we're in the southwest flow out ahead of it. And so we've got this water around in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, and there's some at the surface as well. And this system's been hanging out over the western U.S., sort of detached from the jet stream over the last couple of days. And so there are some pockets of instability out there that as we hit our high temperatures for the day in the early part of the afternoon, which should be around the mid-70s here in the Springs, through about 1 o'clock or so, and we'll get some 80s over the eastern plains. We'll use some of that moisture to create some storm energy, and some of the storms are actually using that out there now. What will happen the rest of the afternoon into the evening is that those storms that are moving toward Trinidad will sort of be a focus for the initial wave of storms in our area, especially over the plains south of Highway 50, and that will continue through the late part of the afternoon. A couple of those storms could produce some wind gusts around 60 miles per hour and maybe some hail around a half-inch in diameter or so. Then we focus, as we head into the evening, our attention over the mountains, where we have that sort of center of circulation, even though it's weakening, moving in from the west, and that'll keep some storms going over the mountains. So I think for the most part, Colorado Springs, Pueblo, kind of the heart of the region here, only looking for the chance of an isolated storm through about 4, maybe 5 o'clock. In fact, I think our better chances will come this evening, and this will be as that circulation is moving across the mountains. It looks like it will do so to the north of Highway 50. And so our best chances of storms in and around the Pikes Peak region may come this evening between about 6:30 and 10:30, something like that, before everything lifts off to the northeast here as we head into the late part of the evening and setting the stage for the start of our weekend. And so just heads up here for the rest of the day that we will have a couple storms around that could cause us a little bit of some issues. So what I want to go over before I get us out of here and kind of get you back toward your weekend is what we expect for the rest of the afternoon. That first wave out over the plains, we'll watch that. Some of those storms could be on the strong side here. Again, I think wind gusts up around 60 miles per hour, probably the biggest threat with some of those storms. And those should be mainly to the south of Highway 50. Maybe crossing Highway 50 as they move toward Kansas. Then that late round of storms for sort of the heart of the region, and more so Colorado Springs than Pueblo, I think, as we move into the evening hours. But the good news is that we will have quieter weather on the way for Sunday, and I think we get a couple quiet days into the early part of next week as well. Have a good rest of your day, and, keep an eye to the sky as always.